Ever since I was a little girl, I've wanted a Mustang, but the timing just never felt right. When I had a facility, I didn't have the consistent time to work with one. And when I had time, I didn't have the facility. Adopting a Mustang has always been a dream of mine. And more, I feel like I just need to go for it. Right now is as good a time as ever. I've been watching the online Mustang auctions for a while, but recently I finally placed a couple of bids. I decided not to keep bidding, and I didn't want a horse. Then a subscriber named Scott reached out after watching my video. He let me know that his local corrals had just gotten in some really nice horses. Scott went out of his way, taking videos and photos of several pens of horses, running back to the corrals multiple times to check tag numbers, and even talking with the office on my behalf. A few of the horses really caught my interest, so we made a spur-of-the-moment trip while the weather was good to go see them in person.
Well, we made it. It was an 11-hour drive from our place in Idaho. Alyssa has been itching to look at some Mustangs, so we loaded up the dogs in the car and we headed out of the mountains and into some high desert country here. So we're gonna look at some horses, a bunch of horses. And Alyssa has her eye on a couple that are pretty special, pretty beautiful looking, stout looking Mustangs. So we're excited. We're here. It was a long drive, but the weather's nice, sun's out, got to see some new country. Stopped in Elko, Nevada, and went into Capriola's, dreamed a little bit, looked at all kinds of fancy stuff, and we're going to spend the next couple days looking at horses, and I don't know, if we find the perfect one, we might wind up taking one back to Idaho. So
Not this trip, but we might.
Not this trip. That's right. Yeah, we got the Subi. I don't think they'd allow us to load it in the Subi, but we're excited to be here. It was a long drive, good day, and we made it.
I really liked a few, and during the long drive home, we talked through the options. With some new job opportunities lining up, the timing to adopt a Mustang was finally falling into place. I'd have a few months to gentle one before we hit the road, and if he's ready, he can even join our mules on the adventure. With a plan in place, it's time to start building the corral. But first, we need to fill you in on Mesa's week. Poor girl has been through the ringer, and we've got to doctor her up before we get started. You're dirty. Well, it's been a couple weeks since we let Mesa out with the others, and she'd been going out consistently with them every day, and then here about a week ago I noticed her having a slight limp, so I was like, well, we better not let her out today and let her just rest up. And and then we headed off to do something fun that we'll tell you guys about here in a little bit. But we got home and she was limping even worse, so we decided to call in and haul her into the vet. Not fun driving conditions.
No, it's pretty slick.
Why are we driving in this?
Because Mesa somehow hurt herself, and we're not sure what's wrong with her. She can't put any weight on her back left, I think it is.
Yeah.
So
It might
probably just an abscess.
Yeah. We're gonna be safe. Holler in, they had a cancellation at 9, and when they told me that, it was 8:30. This is Mesa's second time in a trailer ever, so we were like, well, hopefully she'll load, but she did good.
She did. Loaded up
Jumped
pretty
in.
fast.
Yeah. So we're almost gonna make her there on time,
Yeah.
which is pretty impressive. In this condition, and with Mesa only loading once before in her whole lifetime. We'll see if we can get her back in the trailer after the vet visit.
Yeah.
That's gonna be the real challenge. But we were, oh, go ahead.
At least then we don't have a time crunch.
No, we don't have any time crunch. We were gonna go to the gym this morning, but change of plans. She's just limping pretty bad, and I just want to make sure it's not anything too serious. We have 2 minutes to spare. Good job, Mesa. It says we're bruised, but I don't know. Just want to be safe. And our suspicions were true. She either kicked a panel and bruised her heel, or she has an abscess. So we're gonna treat it like it's an abscess and soak it and put some poultice back on there. So the vet wrapped it up. He's got a poultice on there. And it's been 2 days since then, so he said wait 2 days and then start soaking it. But we also got her little vaccinations done because she hadn't been vaccinated, and we want to make sure that she's protected And poor girl had a pretty severe reaction. It wasn't anything life-threatening or anything like that, but she did have her whole lymph node down here was all swelled up. We made sure to take her temperature. She didn't have a temperature, but we kept a close eye on that swelling. It never seemed to affect her breathing or her being able to swallow or anything. So we were out here in the middle of the night checking on her, making sure that swelling wasn't worse. But anyway, it went down in 24 hours and it's almost totally back to normal now. So poor girl, she's had a rough week. But anyway, we're going to take her out, brush her off, and this will be the first day we're soaking her foot. So we just need to soak it for about 10 minutes, and then we'll put a new poultice on there and wrap her back up. I've got a boot that I can put on her to try to keep the mud out of there. We've gotten a ton of heavy snow and some warm temps, and man, everything is just mud now. So I'd rather it be frozen, I think, than this muddy mess. So poor mules are all covered in mud, and Mesa's all covered in mud, and everything's a mess. So we'll do our best to keep it clean, though. Come on, Gippy girl. Hey. Go grab a brush. We'll brush her off real quick. One thing that started happening is Mesa has started shedding out all of her little silvery hairs. We thought maybe she was gonna be a buckskin roan, but yeah, some people thought maybe she'd go gray, but all those little silver hairs are now shedding out, so that throws off those theories anyway. So maybe sooty buckskin still, that's what we're hoping. But we'd be happy no matter what color she is. We just want her to get better, her poor little foot. Oh, your tail is just a disaster. I don't even know if we'll try to brush that out. We're just gonna end up ripping it. We'll just go gentle here. All right. Hey, maybe. No, you can't drink it. Here, come here. Shorten me up just a little bit here. There you go. Look at this one. Oh. There you go. Try not to pull your hair here. There you go, good girl. And I'm so glad I've been working with her feet. Like, she's kicking around right there, but she did so good at the vet's office. And I'm so glad that she had gotten her feet worked with before then. I try to keep her from setting her foot down before I get this bucket ready. Hold on, I know. She definitely has some heat. She was pretty sensitive on this back heel here. She still is. All right, I'll quit poking on it. I know. Let's see. Hold on. Hold on, don't kick my bucket over.
And I can help with anything. Let me know.
Good girl. You set a timer for me for 10 minutes. And I'm wait for 10 minutes. Try to get her to not kick my bucket over or get her foot all muddy again. No. You can set your foot down, but it's gotta be in this bucket. Good girl.
It's kind of nice to have the chickens out with us.
Yeah. Hold up. There you go. I know, just chill for a minute. There you go. Made sure to fill the bucket extra full because I knew we'd be losing a lot of water. She never had her foot soaked or anything before. She's barely, I mean, I've been picking up her feet every day, but other than that, she hasn't been handled a whole lot. She's just a baby. So she's pretty good though, huh? Yeah. Just enjoy it. I'll give you some belly scratches. You just stand here and just let your foot soak in these Epsom salts. Definitely still sore on that heel. I normally don't take horses in for an abscess, but she was lame enough and there was enough swelling that I was worried maybe she had kicked a panel and like fractured something in there. And since she's so young, I feel like there's probably a good chance they could have casted it or done something to where she would heal all right and be rideable. But anyway, we just got a little worried and just wanted to double check that it was down in her hoof and not in a joint somewhere. So, but the vet was able to confirm that it was down in her hoof and not in her fetlock joint. So that's a huge relief because it probably is just an abscess. And we know how to doctor those, so just time consuming because every day you gotta take the wrap off, re-soak it, put the poultice back on. So that's all right. Hopefully in a couple weeks it'll work its way out and then she'll be on the mend. But poor girl, she's real sore. She's good as long as you're scratching her. What are you girls doing? No, 2 on that wood. Young horses are not known for their patience, and she's like, I'm so bored. This is dumb. How long do I have to stand here? The only way I can get her to stand is if I just scratch her continuously, and then she's pretty happy. If I quit scratching her, she starts getting fidgety. We have to soak your foot. Has to be done. You're doing very good. Don't dump the bucket. Good girl.
Could soak both feet at once if you wanted to.
Hopefully we don't need to.
Yeah, hopefully we never.
Hopefully it's one and done. Clyde, can you not pester her right now? She's being very good. All right, girly. We're all done. Hold on. Back in the bucket for me. All right, can you hand me my stuff? Pretty good. Keep your foot in there, okay? Trusting you. Trusting you. Don't get it all dirty. No, you're good. You don't need to do that. Hold on, just keep her in there. We got Epsom salt poultice. I usually use Epsom salts mixed with this stuff called Icthamol. I think I'm pronouncing that right. But apparently it's really hard to find. I need to order some more offline. So anyway, this is what we could get a hold of. And it's also what the vet used. So I figured it was probably good enough until the other stuff comes in the mail. But yeah, we're gonna try to do this as cleanly as possible. Everything is muddy and she is going to want to put her foot down. So I'm trying to get everything situated before I have to pick her foot up for good. Still, babes. She's so good with this kind of stuff. really impresses me. Like all this crinkling around her back end, and she's just like, whatever. That pretty blue vet wrap.
Which is important.
Which is very important that she have a pretty color. All right, I got my saran wrap, duct tape, vet wrap. Let's get this started. Oh, nice. They even put a little pull tab on there. That's handy. Okay, I think we are ready to go. Vet wrap. Oh, this stuff is a lot stickier than I thought it was going to be. Hold on. All right, here we go. Moment of truth. I better move this stuff out of my way so that doesn't all get dirty. Don't need any more of that. I can smush what I got around in there. Do need my vet wrap here. My duct tape. Okay. All right, baby. Hold still for me now. Squish that up by her heel.
Nice.
Hold on. She's slowly. Oh, I forgot my saran wrap.
Oh yeah, that'll work.
But that's not ideal. That's not what my plan was, but too late now. We'll get the system here in a week or so after we've done this a few times. I might have to have you tear me off. Oh, I'm gonna need more than that. I don't want to get this on her hair because that's gonna suck. Alright. Try to put her little boot on here.
Yeah.
This only needs to last the night. There. We got it. I know that's gonna feel weird. Does it feel weird? Itchy. Oh no. Where? Where? Right there. I don't know if our boot's gonna work, and if that's the case, our little poultice is probably not gonna stay on. I hate my boot. It's the smallest one I got. We'll see how long this lasts. I have to make sure it doesn't rub her raw too. We'll keep an eye on it. I know. She's limping worse now just because she doesn't like that boot more than she's lame on it.
She's being dramatic.
She's being very dramatic. She's like, there's something on my foot and I hate it so much. I know. I'm sorry. Good girl. You can back up with that boot. Good job. All right, let's give you some food, huh? Your swelling is almost totally gone. Poor girl. I'm sure you remember that. I think they can give them anti-inflammatories if you know that they are a little sensitive to vaccines. So we'll have to make a note of that and tell the vet next time. Is that driving you crazy? I know. What in the world? You did so good. I'm very proud of you. Yes, you can't itch me back. I know. I appreciate the gesture, but no teeth. No teeths, ma'am. Food. Oh, right in my face. The wind's blowing right in my face. Come on, babes. I hate my boot. I hate it so much. Come here. I know. Just have to live with it. I'm sorry. Oh, Mesa. Go around over here. It'll be easier to reach. There you go. Poor girl. She's like, no. No more with this foot today, lady. Yes. Your poor foot. Come on. I bet you $100 that boot will be off in an hour.
Yep.
We'll have to come back here and probably clean it out and re-bandage her foot without that boot, but I'm hoping it will work. If she would leave that boot on, that would be awesome. Although her pen is almost dry now, thankfully. It was so muddy yesterday. Their pen is still a disaster, but hers is getting pretty dry, so that'll be a lot better if it's dried out. At least the mud's not seeping into her bandage that way. Oy. Trying to feed you on the dry spots, huh? Poor guys. Pull our feeder over here. Here you go, Riata. There you go, babes. Got it. All right, those guys are fed. Clyde is a disaster. Any mud, he's just covered. He's been having a heyday, I think. Riata is pretty muddy too, but at least she's brown, so she doesn't show it. Josie's a mess. Cedar's, they're all messes. You guys are gross. All right, moving on to the next order of business. This is a fun one. We'll show you what we got the other day. We got some panels.
How tall
Now,
are they?
When we made our dry lot, these are 6-foot panels. When we made our dry lot, we made sure to do 6-foot panels all the way around our dry lot because, if you guys know, which you probably, most of you do, that if you adopt a Mustang, if it's, I think, over 2 years old, I might be wrong, might be over a yearling, you have to have 6-foot tall panels for the BLM to approve you to adopt a Mustang. So we built that dry lot with that in mind, but we didn't really think about the fact that all of our mules are going to be in the dry lot, and we would like to kind of quarantine the Mustang. Like, they're all vaccinated, the Mustang's vaccinated, there shouldn't be any problem, but I don't think we want them to share a panel fence just in case there's kicking and stuff through the panel. So knowing that, we went ahead and bought 6-foot panels that we're going to set up over in our other field. So we're going to put a corral in over there with these panels and build a little alley. So we'll have to back through our yard, and then we can drop off a Mustang in that back field. So that's so exciting. So we're going to haul these over. We have some rough sawn boards that we're going to put up for a little windbreak for them against these panels. And yeah, try to get that all set up. So that's pretty exciting. Let's move some panels.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Ready.
All right, excuse me, squirrel. Oh, yeah. Panels. Like anticipating him not being super crazy. All right, got all the panels over here. It's not very round, but we'll get all these pushed out so it's a nice big round pen. I think it's gonna be like 45, 50 feet by the time we're done. So we gotta go back. This was all the panels they had in stock at Murdoch's. We're gonna run back in and get 6 more. I think that should be enough, and we can build ourselves a little alley out to where we'll be able to back the trailer over, and then we can just run them down the alley and into this round pen. I want it to be big enough that when I come in here, he doesn't feel super pressured and feel like he need to escape and try to jump out or anything crazy like that. So we wanted it big enough. Also, he's going to be living in here, so you know, we want him to be comfortable and have room to move around a little bit. So we might run landscape fabric up around the top just to kind of give a visual barrier for him, just so he doesn't jump out. I'm not expecting him to be crazy, but you never know, I guess. The nice thing is he is contained. If he were to jump out of this, he'd still be in our field. The fences are lower, but so that is a plus. But and then we're gonna put up a windbreak. I have to think about which direction we want to put that windbreak up, but we have some rough cut logs, and we're gonna little slats, and we're gonna put those up for him, so that way he can at least tuck behind there and have some wind coverage, because it doesn't really rain much here or really snow much here, but that wind every once in a while can pick up, so we just want to block him from that. And yeah, we'll have to run in and get another water tank for him, and then this will be ready to go. He's gonna tear up our field down here for a while, but we'll just replant it once he's out of here. So hopefully it won't take him too long before he's gentle enough and he doesn't have to be in here all that awful long. We were planning on putting a round pen a little bit further over there, like a nice sandy one, and so we'll end up repurposing all these panels for our round pen when we build that. So these panels aren't just for a Mustang, but definitely for starting out with Mustangs, so that's pretty awesome. So I tamed some wild puppies in here, huh? Yeah. Good boy. Oh gosh. All right, well, we're about running out of daylight, so we're not going to get this thing finished up tonight, but that's okay. We've got a couple weeks before we go get our Mustang. So yeah, we'll get this wrapped up. We'll show you guys before we go, and of course we'll take you guys along when we go get our Mustang. So don't forget to subscribe if you want to see who we picked up. I'm so excited.
Well, should we show them a little collage of what we found over there?
Yeah?
Give me a cut to the collage. Give me a transition.
Cut to the collage.
Nailed it.